What makes me special? Do you want my real name? Or should we come up with a fake name? My name's Nikita Hopkins. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm 55, no, 30. Boy, I started playing music probably when I was, I don't know, 6th grade. Well, my family's always been kind of a musical family. So I got into it really because my dad had a bunch of instruments lying around. And the guitars that I didn't break when I was a kid, I learned how to play on. But also my grandfather was like a country music star, or at least he thought he was. He was seriously talented, but he was also kind of a son of a bitch. The first instrument that I actually started to learn how to play, well, technically was the drums. And I was actually a lot younger then. But really when I started to like actually try to play music, it was the bass. It's my favorite instrument to play when I'm playing with new people. I can kind of adapt to any situation with the bass. The guitar for me is a bit more like of a personal expression. I can kind of lead with the bass or the guitar a lot stronger than I can with the piano and the drums, but do definitely love to play it. I have tried to play the trumpet and I have tried to play the clarinet, but I suck at both. There's like rock bands like Ween that are just completely out there that I really like to listen to as a rock sense, but I think I probably listen to, you know, they're probably like more of like stylistically something that I would do, but I listen to jazz a lot more, and it's just a full range of jazz, and I've been getting really like selfishly into like smooth jazz. The Yellow Jackets are like this group that's just like, it's like mega jazz, and they just go nuts all the time. And it's almost unlistenable for just about everybody else in the room. But for me, like kind of what it translates to is it's really fun. But in terms of making music, I think I probably listen to Ryuichi Sakamoto, who's the pianist for YMO. He's a Japanese guy, but he's also a composer. Everything he does is like bordering the avant-garde, and it's really fun. And when you listen to what he does, he sort of deconstructs the music in a way that, for me, putting it back together and approaching it that way is so much more creative than just trying to play a song. I feel like almost it's hard for me to write a song. The song kind of comes out of deconstructing what music is. It sounds super pretentious, but it's just, that's honestly who I listen to all the time. And it's like weird half orchestral, half electronica dance stuff. And I'm telling you, that blend is like visceral for me, but I swear nobody else listens to it in the same. When I turn it on in the room, everybody else usually leaves. But that's how I know it's good music. Gene and Dean Ween, for sure. Those two guys would get up on stage and get booed at, just two of them with a DAT machine, and they'd play their heart out. And while people are booing them, they just kept going, making jokes, and they just would get home and continue and write more, and they kept going and going and going, and they're one of the most grassroots bands that are making it like now finally today, and they started in 1985 as kids. That's super inspiring. I think in that same vein, you know, Neil Young is fantastic because the dude just won't quit. He just keeps at it, and it's awesome. Beyond that, there's a lot of people I think that I really like respect in terms of not going with the flow and not doing something that everybody is kind of expecting to do. The most fun thing to do ever is just to like click on a name that you've never heard of before and just follow the rabbit hole on like Spotify or YouTube or whatever, and just until you find all this random stuff that you've never heard. You know, you take bands like Daft Punk. They actually thanked Ween, by the way, in their first album. Yeah. It's just two guys on stage just doing their best, you know? But the reason why bands like Daft Punk have persevered where other like house music guys don't is because they really focus on what's the sound. They might only have 3 instruments going on at a time, but they focus on the sound quality of each individual piece. It's just a different way to approach it, and it's not song-based, you know. I'm not Bobby Darin over here writing a song with lyrics, you know. The lyrics are actually probably the weakest part of what I do because they always come last. Outside of music, the other thing that I do is experimental filmmaking. It's short films that don't have really a plot, but so most of what I've been doing is scores to those films, which is fun. And that's again, for me, just the best form of self-expression. I think that's another reason why I'm so attracted to music that other people don't like. Because, you know, I can turn that into music that they do like. Best ending to ever song ever is just hit that nasty note.